Welcome back to FastTrackAI, the place where wild ideas and cutting-edge papers collide. Today, we're diving into two papers that, taken together, might just hint at the earliest outlines of something incredible, an actual roadmap to AGI through modular intelligence. Now, I'm no expert, I'm just an excited thinker chewing on possibilities with the help of ChatGPT. But here's the twist. Experts are exploring modular intelligence as a real path to AGI. Even the big monolith models we know today, like GPT, seem to show internal specialization as an emergent property. So what if the next leap forward is a system designed to embrace that modularity from the start? Paper 1. Robin, Multi-Agent Collaboration for Science Discovery. Robin, Reasoning over Biomedical Interactions Network, introduces a multi-agent system that can collaborate to discover scientific insights. Each agent specializes in a certain skill or subdomain, like NLP extraction, causal inference, or counterfactual reasoning. Together they interact via an orchestrator to generate hypotheses, test them, and refine scientific knowledge. That's right. We're talking about AI doing actual science. Not just answering questions, but collaboratively reasoning through literature, generating and refining testable ideas. The kicker? Each agent remains relatively narrow, but their collaboration unlocks a powerful emergent intelligence. This structure echoes another system we covered recently, like the traffic optimization with MARL. Last time, we looked at a paper using multi-agent reinforcement learning, MARL, to optimize traffic lights. Each light was its own learning agent, making decisions based on local context. Traffic optimization is one thing, but that study also gave us a sneak peek at something deeper: human-coordinated intelligence through modular design. And while those agents reacted to traffic patterns, Robin pursues scientific understanding, a leap from reaction to intentional exploration. Even more exciting, Robin's agents communicate using human-readable logic, boosting transparency and interpretability. That's a big deal if we want to trust what these systems discover. This isn't just a Geth-style swarm of agents blindly following their protocols. It's a structured collaboration, edging closer to how a brain might orchestrate specialized subsystems. And the context agent as hippocampus? In Context Agents, Foundation Models as Adaptive Contextual Policies, we saw something beautiful. Foundation models like GPT acting as context-aware decision-makers, not just passive tools. Proactive behavior based on where you are, what you see, what you remember. That's starting to feel a lot like the hippocampus, the brain's mapmaker and memory linker, the part that keeps you oriented in space and time. This fits beautifully alongside the collaborative logic of Robin. Where that system showcases distributed intelligence, context agents add memory and adaptability, potentially making them the glue between reasoning modules. And if a reasoning engine like CANS is your cortex, and an LLM is your intuition, maybe a context agent becomes the part that says, "Hey, remember where we are and why this matters." That's not just smart. That's a step towards synthetic presence, a system that doesn't just react but remembers. Paper 2. Neuro-Argumentative Learning with Case-Based Reasoning. This one's wild and surprisingly elegant. The authors introduce gradual AACBR, a neuro-symbolic model that doesn't just spit out an answer, it builds a debate. Each data point in the training set becomes a case that argues in favor of its own label, while attacking or supporting other data points based on similarities or contradictions. The strength of these arguments and relationships is learned through backpropagation, just like a normal neural network. But the result is a structured, transparent debate. So instead of input, black box neural net, prediction you get, input, debate, graph of arguments, conclusion, with reasoning you can actually inspect. Why is this cool? Interpretability. You can see which examples influence the decision and how. Modularity. You can add new data points without retraining the entire system. Just update the debate. Transparency. Each prediction comes with an acceptability score, a kind of confidence metric grounded in how strong the case was. And unlike earlier symbolic systems, this one supports multi-class classification, continuous and binary features, learning feature importance automatically, end-to-end gradient-based training, thanks to differentiable logic functions. Metaphor check. Imagine each piece of data in your model acting like a tiny lawyer, citing precedent, making a case, and arguing with the others over what the correct label should be. It's like courtroom drama meets machine learning. Why this matters in the bigger AGI picture. If we ever want multiple AI systems to reason together, this paper might be a clue. We need more than raw performance. We need systems that can justify their decisions, challenge each other's reasoning, update their stance as new cases arise. Combine this with something like a context agent to track where we are in a conversation or task, and modular agents, like in the Robin Science Discovery paper, and you might just be sketching out the nervous system of a synthetic mind. What does this all add up to? So zoom out with us for a second. You have agents collaborating on science. Robin. You have context-aware LLMs acting as adaptive memory modules. You have neuro-argumentative systems allowing narrow models to argue and explain their decisions. Put that all together, and what do you get? Not a monolithic superintelligence, but something more biological in feel. A distributed, collaborative network where intelligence arises from communication, specialization, and shared memory. With Robin, we're seeing modular agents work together in a way that echoes how the brain coordinates subsystems, not unlike neurons or specialized regions like the hippocampus. The fact that these systems communicate using human-readable logic is more than a bonus. It's a critical step toward trust and understanding. We're not saying AGI is solved. We're even not saying it's that close. But with each paper, it's starting to look less like science fiction and more like science formation. And even if scale alone hits a wall, these modular, explainable, and collaborative architectures suggest that structure, not just size, might be the real secret sauce. If that's true, then maybe we're not chasing bigger brains, just smarter blueprints. Want to see the pieces yourself? All paper links are in the description. Drop your wild theories in the comments. Until next time, keep thinking fast and thinking deep.